some things to do that made it impossible for us to get here and kick it with you live. I hope you enjoyed the replays. In touch is always good about keeping the archives of the show at the ready. So when I say, man, I can't make it because, man, this lawyer thing is something else, man. I had to be in, I be in Pinellas, Pasco, Polk, of course, Hillsboro, and then just a lot of things, man, make it challenging sometimes to get here on a Tuesday night. But we're here tonight, though, and I mean, I feel like out of all the months that I should have been with you, it should have been last month, because last month was National Poetry Month, and I would have we would have had a blast together had I been here live in the studio for National Poetry Month, but that didn't go down like that. But I can't tell you this though, we still had a good National Poetry Month. You may have heard that I put on an event along with my main man Jay Bizzle, James Hillsman, JB, Captain Burberry, the Throwback Uncle. You got a whole lot of names, but he Chef Pimpalicious, he and I put together this event called Soul on Mics. As a matter of fact, it's right here on the shirt. He's got a Soul on Mic shirt on in celebration of the event. We did it at the Tampa Improv. It was dope. It was so dope. I had my man Kevin Sandbloom come through from LA, do his thing on the Good Tone, the Soul Tip. My man Bertrand Boyd y'all might know him from the movie Queen and Slim. He's also in P Valley, and P Valley is not a movie, it's a series, and he's also in a series called Cherish the Day. And man, you talk about killed the mic though, killed the mic. Funny and deep at the same time. I had my man Tone from Detroit. That's not true. Grand Rapids. I be thinking Detroit. I got a lot of family in Detroit, so when I think Michigan, everything Detroit to me. But he's from Grand Rapids. Tone came through and rocked it. My homegirl Miriam rocked it, singing. And I had a sister named Akile. Akile Anaye opened up the show with a poem, and she's the director of the African People's Socialist Party's agitational propaganda. So it was just an incredible show. Just the people on the show. Oh yeah, like I said, myself and JB produced it, but I didn't say that we hosted it too. And we had a ball on stage. It was a good time. But I would say this: everybody keep asking me how I like the show, and I don't know. I can't really tell you how the show went because I don't get a chance to see how the performers do and whatnot because I'm too busy doing the back stuff, greeting everybody. I went around and greeted all the 200 something people that was there, just hand to hand, face to face, and managing the the issues that might come up with patrons and making sure that the artists are good, making sure that staff and management, everything's good with them. So I miss a lot of the show, but I hear a lot of the people. I hear the cheering and the clapping and the laughing, and so that's how I can tell it was an incredible experience for the people there. But I will tell you what I enjoyed, what made me enjoy the show was the joint was like a family reunion. I mean, it was, man, so many people I haven't seen in so long. I haven't done a spoken word event in 6 years, and a lot of people said it's been that long. So a lot of people in attendance at Soul on Mic said it had been that long since they had been to a spoken word event. And just really happy that we did it, and I'm glad that we did it too, and I'm definitely looking forward to doing it again. And if you missed it, don't beat yourself up too badly. It's gonna be another Soul on Mics on the way. So I just wanted to say that, man. April was National Poetry Month, and really, I tell you what else. Woo! Let me tell you. So, as I just said, I haven't produced or promoted a spoken word event in 6 years. Woo! It's different, man, out here. Cause I'm 47 now, and then staying out late in the streets and hanging out, passing out these flyers and shaking hands and hanging. Woo! It ain't the same as it once was. Boy, I was tired, beat up, man. So, but made it through. But it was a good experience, though. It felt, kind of re-energized to me, if you will, getting back out there in the clubs, hanging out, rubbing elbows, and passing out the flyers and meeting and greeting and whatnot. And a lot of things have changed. A lot of places where I used to go to make sure I got invitations in people's hands don't exist anymore, and a lot of new places exist. So that was different. But it was cool because getting the opportunity to re-familiarize myself with the city in that way, and so that was cool. Another thing that was cool was that so many people who said they would come came, and that's cool. Like, I love it when people say they're gonna do something and they do it. There were incredible types of people in the building. A couple of millionaires in the building. I won't call their names, but because that's their business. But they came through. A judge's son who's also an attorney of prominence came through. Not to diminish the roles and wealth of anybody or financial status of anybody else, but I know that stuff matters to some people. Y'all get to rub elbows with people y'all ordinarily wouldn't ever be able to get close to if you come to Soul on Mics, and it was just really, really dope. So, all right, I guess enough about that. I would love to hear what you're doing for National Poetry Month. And I just jumped right in. I just did not do any of my. See what happens when you're off for a month, almost a month. You get rusty and forget to do the stuff that you're supposed to do. DJ cut the music. Let me start off by saying, number one, first of all, top most appreciate being here and In Touch News for the Life Malcolm Show, and I owe it all to my main man, DJ CEO and Mrs. DJ CEO, aka Tampa Bay Tammy, who makes this entire thing work. I mean, the station, the whole station, everything, all the stuff that In Touch News brings you, the paper, the radio, the programming, they behind it. And every time I come, I am really so appreciative. I was just so happy to be here with y'all. I forgot to say that in the beginning, which is generally my custom. But yeah, I really appreciate DJ CEO and Mrs. DJ CEO, aka Tampa Bay Tammy, for making this platform possible for the Life Malcolm Show and other tremendous programming. And definitely want to thank the producer behind the board, who will remain anonymous. So if he chimes in, you might recognize the voice, but he right now he's the secret producer. We just gonna call him Producer X, like the X-Men, like Professor X. I got Producer X, and one time for Producer X in the building, and definitely got to thank you for tuning in, and I want you to call in, and you can do that at 813-444-9588. 813-444-9588. There's a whole lot of stuff that's been going on since we were last here together. I mean, I can't even remember all of it, but I know it's been a lot. The mayor scandal, the Silver Oaks or whatever that place is called, with the mold or the something in the apartment got people sick, and Candy Lowe just had a Black Business bus tour that was banging. I wasn't on the bus tour, but I showed up to the where the bus came after the tour, and hung out with the vendors. Rebirth had a thing. I gotta say this too about speaking of vendors. I gotta go back and just say I really super appreciate all of the Soul on Mics sponsors. We had Kay's Kitchen sponsor. We had Acelia Law Firm sponsor. We had Dr. Faith Felder's Tampa Heights Medical Center sponsor. We had Maytime Tea Time Company sponsor. We had Greg Dawson, GD Napsy sponsor. And we also had Anidra's Notary sponsor. Shirts for Thoughts sponsored, and Nirvana sponsored, and rounding it out, the St. Pete local party unit of the African People's Socialist Party was also a sponsor in promoting their African Liberation Day. So, man, it was like I really appreciate that kind of support. For my first time back after 6 years, putting on the event, putting it together, it's pretty cool that so many people, thought it was important, and the beneficial thing to do to support the spoken word event that I produced. Man, the spoken word thing is funny, and you got people out there be trying to compete. And I once heard someone say that low barriers of entry plus unbridled profits breed ruinous competition. I say it again in case you want to write it down. Low barriers of entry plus unbridled profits breed ruinous competition. So if it's easy to get in and you can make, the money you can make ain't necessarily tied to, anything, like not merit necessarily. Then you get all kind of ruinous competition. People come in, steal your stuff and put it on and act like it's their stuff. I didn't say it before. I say it again. It's hard for poetry, spoken word people in the Tampa Bay area not to not necessarily steal from me, but to adopt things I've done, take what I've done, and use the kind of the moves I made, do the things, because I came first. So people coming after me, watching me, they doing what I'm doing. That's cool. But the other thing is the messed up part, and only because I can't say it how I want to say it, I'm gonna say the messed up part is that they don't even say thank you. And sometimes they'll charge me to get in their show to watch them be me, and it's yeah. All right, that's my whole National Poetry Month, Soul on Mics. Glad to be back intro, man. Still have a couple of guests coming in soon. If not, we just gonna go ahead and keep talking and swallowing spit, and we'll be right back after this break right here. Appreciate y'all tuning in to the Life Knocking Show. We'll be right back.
Who doesn't love being number one? When your team's dominating the standings, when your favorite band rocks the charts at number one, it feels good, right? Kind of like how it feels when you have auto insurance with State Farm. Because making you feel like number one is an honor your local State Farm agent takes seriously. To get the good times and not so good, your State Farm agent's proud to be here to help life go right.
Call Herman White at 961-6661. That's 961-6661.
Been in a car crash? Call Ricky. Don't know what to do? Ask Ricky. We'll connect you with a lawyer and doctor experience in auto accident injuries. Call Ricky at 844-361-7425. After an auto accident, you have 14 days to seek medical attention. You may be in pain, so call Ricky. Ask Ricky for your best options. 844-361-7425. Call Ricky. Ask Ricky is a legal and medical referral service. The lawyers in our network pay to receive referrals.
By now, we're all aware of the dangers of COVID-19. Like others with existing health issues, cancer patients are at a high risk due to their compromised condition. If you are newly diagnosed with cancer, your care likely can't wait. Moffitt Cancer Center is the best place for your cancer concerns and to provide guidance to help you plan your next steps. We're here for you. Call 1-888-456-2839 or go to moffitt.org/here for you.
All right. So look, man, like I told you, we got a couple of guests coming in, but and like I said, also there's been so much going on in the past month. Let me tell you what's been going on with me. My daughters, and I have 3 daughters, 24, 14, and 13, and I'm convinced that the 14-year-old and the 13-year-old they conspire every morning to mess with daddy. These young people ask me the most incredible questions, for which I have no answer most times. And if it's not questions, they have these statements that they make, that leave me befuddled. And I wish I could think of them all, but that's not the point. The point is, man, while we were on break, I was on break because they were on break, spring break. They go to private school, so their spring break was last month. And, man, just being around them, hanging out and getting to see them happy. And, because like when they're in school, I don't get to see them during the day, but just getting to see them just happy. Their concerted effort to discombobulate me notwithstanding. It was just really heartwarming. I will tell you this, I'm doing a fine job. I intend on being the father of the millennium. Hell, I was gonna say the century, but hell, let's go for the millennium. We had my daughters, and just based on the nature of our family structure, we had to, as the young people say, pop out. We had to pop out to South Carolina for one of these weekends since I last saw you. So we took a flight. The 3 of us took a flight to South Carolina, right? And we had the hotel room and whatnot. They 13, 14, they had their own hotel room. Adjacent to mine, though, adjacent to mine. But they had their own hotel room, and they got to be kind of grown for a minute, pre-grown, I guess. They chilling, had allowance and whatnot, so they could do their thing with the, ordering food and stuff. So it was cool just to see them kind of, get their young adultness on, and they thought it was pretty cool that they could just fly to South Carolina for the weekend and just fly back. They thought that was cool. And so yeah, man, it's been a lot of things going on. We got my guests in the studio, but before I introduce them, because I don't know how funny abortion is, but I do want to say, talk about abortion. I don't know if we're going to put it in the funny part of the show. So, because he say he's funny. I ain't had a chance to hear him do his thing yet, but he say he's funny. And so, so we ain't going to, you don't have no abortion jokes though, right, man? All right, cool. If you do, we ain't going to do them. All right, but I just want to say that the abortion thing has been popping up a lot, man. I will say this about that. I don't have a particular stance on the abortion issue. Well, at the same time, what does befuddle me almost as much as my daughter's concerted efforts to mess with dad is the fact that some women, some people will say that that women, have the right to bodily autonomy and shouldn't nobody be able to tell.
My body, my choice.
Yeah, my body, my choice. Shouldn't nobody be able to tell, a woman what to do with their body. But them same people be like, y'all need to get the vaccine. And I be like, hey, hold on. my body,
My choice.
my choice. They be like, no, it's not. And like, so that's the biggest issue right now for me with that whole thing. And it's kind of old now, but child support still hitting people in the head. And so, when I think, because the law is written that in such a way that says that a man can lose parental rights. He can forfeit his choice, because if you have sex with a woman, then you should know that woman could have possibly gotten pregnant, and if you don't do something to claim your paternal rights, then that's on you. You kind of just forfeited that, because you know what can happen as a consequence of having sex. So
You getting deep.
So I'm just saying, with this abortion thing, women know that as a consequence of having sex, you can get pregnant.
I mean, men do too.
Yeah, but men ain't having no abortions. Men get drafted into fatherhood.
No.
Oh yeah. A woman.
No.
Go ahead. Tell me why you said that.
No. It take two to tango.
Okay, go ahead.
Just because she to catch it don't mean I didn't throw it in there. I was throwing passes.
Yeah, but I'm saying, right? So, would you agree with me that it's a woman's choice to have the abortion, not the man's choice?
100%.
So the woman can choose whether they're gonna be parents.
She should choose.
Right. That's what I'm saying. So the woman gets to choose whether they gonna be parents.
True.
Yeah, that's my only point.
Okay. Fair enough.
Yeah, right.
Fair enough.
All right. Because the dude can't be like, hey, you go have the abortion.
I mean,
you can, but
you can. It just depends on the decision of the woman.
Right.
At least you have.
Right.
But at least you have the option, because it could be you can't say nothing.
Right.
But at least, I don't even know how it was back in the day to where they just. Did they have abortions back in the 40s and 30s?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not. I wasn't there.
Yeah. Well, I wasn't there either, but I know they had them.
Was it taboo during that time?
Yeah, that's why they had to make laws to, overturn it and whatnot. So, and it's starting to be taboo again, apparently, right?
Yeah. So, I was in high school, and we would run trains.
What year you came out? I haven't even introduced you. Oh, he said that right.
Well, that's what we did. Go ahead.
All right. No, go ahead. Say what you saying. Then I'm going to introduce
so
you.
we
right before the break.
This girl,
I want to hear this train story.
We ran this train on this girl. She was sweet. Her mom was never home, and we would just skip school and we would go to the house. She ended up getting pregnant, and we was all scared because we didn't have no idea. And she had to make a decision, and her decision was to get an abortion. We all were highly happy.
Oh, I thought you were going to say, oh, y'all were sad.
No.
Okay.
We were in high school. We knew that this could possibly change one of our lives forever.
Oh, y'all lives. Oh,
No, because if you was in it, I was like, peace. I'm going to college. But for the most part, we were all relieved. And I don't know how, I still know her now. I don't talk about it because it's not something that needs
you don't
to
talk
be.
about it to her?
No.
Oh, wow.
Why would I?
I don't know. I mean, be like, that's the one. Y'all the two that got away.
But we don't know. We don't know who it was.
Yeah.
So it's like,
that's what I'm saying. It's possible. Like y'all were the two. Like,
listen. Have you ever played? You ever two in the possibles? What do they say?
Yeah.
Two in the possibles.
Yeah.
Sometimes they don't be that two.
Yeah. All right, y'all. Look, so we're about to get ready to go to break, but just to let you know who you're talking to in the studio, I got my man Dubs General.
Yeah.
In the building. He's a comedian, man, and as y'all can tell, he high spirited. Already got some jokey jokes, and apparently got some depth to his. He been observing the world, and so we gonna, after we come back from the break, we gonna talk to him, man, and just kind of get into it. Get to talk to him a little bit about where he's from, what he's been doing, what he's up to next, and that kind of thing. But I met him as a consequence of promoting solo mics, and ran into the brother at the Tampa Improv, and right away we shook hands. The connection was dope, and I was like, yo, man, I do this podcast on In Touch News Radio. Why don't you come on through and kick it? He was like, yo, I'm gonna come through and do that then. And so he showed up tonight, a little late, but he was all right. We gonna blame it on traffic.
No, I'm gonna be honest. I had to. First, I was trying to get my guy to come.
Yeah,
and he just stopped answering.
Oh,
so I was like, okay, I know what that means.
Yeah.
And then I went to go pick up some marriage friends.
Yeah, I understand. Yeah,
and then we showed up.
I smell it.
It was about 5 minutes away.
Yeah, it's all right, but you had to do stuff with it.
You said, "What's your ETA?" I pulled up on you. I said, "I'm here."
So I mean, smelling like the garden of life, and so
Eden.
Yeah, Eden. Yeah.
I'm about to go. You got a break? I'm about to go outside right now.
No, we ain't that long. But no, man, we just definitely want to appreciate you coming through.
Thank you.
And look forward to talking to the audience. Before we go though, the audience can check you out right quick if you got a website or something you want to drop on them.
It's just Dubs General, anything DUBZ General, like the insurance guy.
All right, bet. So you on all the social media platforms?
Everyone.
All right, all of them. You can get them on TikTok, Snapchat.
Hey, stream that comedy album, man. It's called The Highlight Reel, and it's on all platforms. Go ahead and stream that for me. I need my little change, y'all.
That's what's up. All right, so DJ, why don't you go ahead and take us to a break? And we'll see you on the other side. This In Touch News Radio with Life Malcolm. So I'm your host, Life Malcolm. And we'll see you in just a couple of ticks.
By now, we're all aware of the dangers of COVID-19. Like others with existing health issues, cancer patients are at a high risk due to their compromised condition. If you are newly diagnosed with cancer, your care likely can't wait. Moffitt Cancer Center is the best place for your cancer concerns and to provide guidance to help you plan your next steps. We're here for you. Call 1-888-456-2839 or go to moffitt.org/here-for-you.
Hey, this is Agent Wright, better known as Mr. Clean. Looking for some great barbecues? Come see them two brothers on the grill. Located at 423 Virginia Street, Charleston, West Virginia. We got ribs, chicken, pulled pork, biscuit, collard greens, mac and cheese, baby. Come get some and get you a nice, smooth cigar. 304-550-4431. That is 304-550-4431. Come get some, baby. The Rib Man, mama, the Rib Man.
Hello, I'm Rob Perry with Solar Energy Loan Fund, and we can help you finance your energy needs. If you need a new air conditioner, roof, solar panels, windows, doors, weatherization, having plumbing issues, the Solar Energy Loan Fund will help you with that. Even if your credit isn't the best, we will be able to help you replace that whole air conditioner or get that roof replaced. Again, my name is Rob Perry. I'm with Solar Energy Loan Fund. I can be reached at 727-315-3223. Again, that's 727-315-3223. What can we hear from you?
Yo, what's up, world? All right, so speaking of the improv, we just kind of had like a little improv chat
Yeah.
with my man Dubs General. Didn't even introduce him, but now we got the opportunity to talk to him. Help you get familiar with my man Dubs General. So number one, man, tell me what's up with the name Dubs General. Like, tell the audience about that.
All right, so the Dubs part is when I was younger.
Hold on, you look young now. How are you talking?
I'm 39 now, so I was probably like
You got that
17.
just for men, and then you got. I'm messing with you.
No,
man.
I just got just for good genes. That's what I call it. The Dubs part came from I didn't have a lot of money to buy the Marriage of Friendly,
Okay.
and I would only have $20,
Yeah.
so they would always call me
The
Dubs.
Dub General.
The general part came from the military. I was in the military,
Okay. What branch?
Army,
Okay.
hence the general part.
Yeah. Well.
And then that's where it came from.
All right. That's
Yeah.
what's up. How long you in the Army?
I got out because of my Marriage of Friendlies. So I was only there for like a year and a half.
Oh yeah, man. I got you beat. I was in the Navy for 9 months.
Yeah, okay.
In from June of 1992 to something like January, February of 1993.
Well, don't forget to ask me that story about how I got out, and you.
All right, we might close out with that.
It's a real good story.
Yeah, we might close out with that. But so okay, that's why they call you Dubs.
Yeah.
And where you from?
I'm from Patterson, New Jersey. That's where I was born.
Okay. How long you live there?
I was a little kid, so maybe about from 1 to I I started at 1, 1 to 5.
All right. And so where'd you move after that?
I think we went to England.
Okay.
My dad was
Family
in the
military. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So we
Cool.
moved to England
All right. And then when'd you get to Florida?
last year.
Oh, so you new here?
Yeah,
All right. How long you been doing comedy?
3 years.
All right. So where was the first place you started doing comedy?
Colorado Springs, Colorado.
Okay. All right. How did that happen?
I'm not gonna name the club because I don't mess with y'all no more. But in Colorado Springs, they had an open mic. The first time I went, it was amazing because I was like third called, and I was like, I'm excited. They called my name, and I went home.
Like you didn't do it?
I got in the car and I went home,
They called your name.
and I freaked, and I got in the car
Okay.
and I went home.
All right.
And then the next week,
You went back to the same spot?
Next month, I went back, and I did amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. What was the first joke?
Hold on. What was the first joke?
You don't remember the first joke? I do poems and stuff.
Yeah.
And I don't really remember my first poem either. But it's been 20 years. It's been 3 years. I probably remember the first poem I did at a show 3 years ago. But I'm just saying. The first joke, man, that's because the joke, the reason why it's hard for me to remember my first poem is because, before I started doing poems, I was doing raps. And so I would just I used to rap, got like a rap album and all that. And so I used to show up to the poetry venue and just do my raps like I thought it should sound if it was a poem.
Oh,
You know what I
makes
mean?
sense.
And so that's why I can't remember what was the first poem I did because I was doing that kind of thing.
I started off by saying, I got 2 kids, and they clapped. And I said, but I hate them. And I said curse words.
Yeah.
And then they clapped. And then I said, why do kids whisper so loud? I said, I'm in the car, I'm driving, and I hear my son saying, Dad. I said, what? He didn't answer. So I had to whisper back to him. I said, what? He said, finally, you're here.
That's hilarious.
My sister tapped him on the shoulder and said, he's not that bright. I said, I can hear y'all.
Yeah.
They didn't say nothing. I said, I can hear y'all.
Yeah.
They said, finally, he's back.
Yeah.
Like, what the heck's going on?
You had 2 children for real?
Yeah, I did.
Oh, okay. Boy and girl?
Yeah.
Nice. How old?
My daughter is 11 and my son is 7.
Okay. How they doing? So do you tour when you doing comedy? Or?
Touring is a big word. I don't consider myself like touring. I say it when I put my flyers out and stuff.
Yeah.
But I do dates.
Okay.
And I try to string those dates into a tour.
Okay.
But
So you out of the state? You live in Florida now, right?
yes.
All right, so like you
I just did a 30-minute special in Colorado Springs where I recorded it.
nice.
Yeah.
Not the same club you don't mess with, I'm assuming.
No.
Oh, okay.
This club is called Speak Easy Vape Lounge. It's the first ever marriage friendly
Oh, word.
lounge. So where you could go into this.
You ain't even got to be funny. Everybody in there laughing already.
No, it's totally different than what you think.
Oh, okay.
They not laughing
They ain't
because
play-
they're
oh.
like this.
But they
Oh yeah.
yeah.
You're like, I'm way funnier than this.
Yeah,
I know
yeah.
I'm funnier than this.
Yeah.
It's just that their reaction time is a little bit.
So how did it come off in the recording? Like, did it?
I got snippets that are online.
Yeah.
It comes off amazing. See,
Okay.
I just like people want you to be humble and they want you to like be. I'm good.
Yeah.
Now I'm not as good as I can be.
Yeah.
And if I get someone of some significance that that can help me polish it, there's nothing that's gonna stop me.
So what were you doing before comedy?
Before
I
comedy?
mean, I know you're military, but that was for like a year. But so like, what was?
So I'm in IT. I work in IT right now.
Okay. So how did you know you were funny? Like, why you ain't get? It was an open mic. Was it like a comedy open mic, or was it anything kind of?
It was just
So
stand-up.
what made you think you could do it?
I'm funny.
How you know you're funny? I mean, like, how did you know? Like,
There's people like when there would be break time, I'd be at break just telling stories, and they be dying.
all right.
Stomach be hurting. I be tired when I go. I be sweating.
Yeah.
And there's one guy in particular in Las Vegas was like, you should do this, and I was like, nah. I started doing music. I was a rapper.
Okay.
That's what I was doing before all of this, but it was.
That's funny how we started out with the rap, right? How the
Well, you
hip hop
know,
culture and it turns
I
into
did
something.
some really good stuff though. I went all the way to like if y'all look on Hip Hop DX, that's like the number 3 internet hip hop website in the world.
Okay.
They did 2 excerpts on me.
Okay.
So I got to a certain level. It just when you turn 40, it don't look cool to be rapping no more.
Unless you're Jay-Z or something like
Well,
that.
Jay-Z started when he was 20, so that's just a different story. He ain't come out at 40.
Yeah,
It was like,
no,
you big.
Yeah. You can't come out at 40. Yeah, I agree with that. So what's your comedy centered around? Like, do you have like a theme? Is it political, religious, social?
No. I just whatever I think is funny. Like so here's an example, and this is just a throwaway. And what's cool about it is like great mind thinks alike. So I did this. I'm driving home late, coming from Tampa,
Okay.
going home to Citrus Springs. It's like 2-way street. I gotta go one way. Trucks going this way. Trucks going that way. I see deer on the side of the road. Now it's 3 in the morning. It's late.
Yeah.
How often do you see deer on the side? Do you see them at noon?
I've never seen them.
Have you see them?
Not alive, at least.
So I'm thinking like a lot. You're right. From like 10 in the morning to about 5 in the evening, I
Yeah.
don't see them.
Yeah.
And those other times, all over the road.
That's crazy.
Now, what I said was, the deer got all this land. Why they right there?
Yeah.
Right there.
Yeah.
What's right there?
Yeah.
And plus, those animals got like the best sight. That deer can see me from 30 miles out, but he gonna stay there.
Yeah.
And then right when I get to, he go, ah! He jump out in front of the car. And I thought about this while I'm driving.
Yeah.
I said, I realize what deer are eating on the side of the road. All that food that we throw, all that trash that we throw right on the side of the road. They like chicken wings. They like pizza. So that's how I come up with these jokes.
I thought you were gonna say they wanted to commit suicide or something.
That's why I'm the comedian.
Yeah. I'm a roast. Yeah.
That's how I come up with it. I was riding down the street and I said, well, everybody done rolled down the road before, done traveled,
Yeah.
and saw a deer. Some people done got hit by a deer.
Yeah.
Some people hit deers.
Yeah.
So it's a relatable subject.
Yeah.
White people will laugh.
So I have a deer on the side of the road story, but it's not funny. I used to wonder why white people like could just stab people and like chop people up and all that kind of stuff. Like it never really. I was like, how it just didn't make sense to me.
Roadkill.
Like I couldn't, conceptualize like how they get to that point, right? Then one day I used to work construction. I build buildings. I used to build buildings, mason by trade, right?
Go ahead.
Brick, block, stone stuff. And so one day while we on break, we riding down 41. We up by 52, Highway 52, and it's a deer on the side of the road. And so I'm in the pickup truck with a bunch of white boys, and one of the white boys used to smoke the how you call it the
marriage or happy. Or I'm switching it up. As long as it's marriage or anything, just say marriage
yeah
or
that
happiness.
right there. We do that on break, and so the white boy was like, "Man, I'm a get the antlers and make a pipe, right?"
Yeah.
And
Wow.
so we had a
he ripped.
So we had a hacksaw, he gonna get the antlers and he gonna cut the antlers off
Get outta
and
here.
make a pipe, right? Deer dead on Saturday, big deer. Like antlers like this, big deer. And so when we go to the lunch spot and then we come back down and my man jump out with a hacksaw to cut the antlers off, and then this other white dude pull up in the truck.
Yeah.
And
I
he
know
like
what you're talking about.
He like, "No, I'm finna get these whole antlers." And,
Oh,
and
no.
the man with me, the dude that was with me was like, "No, I'm gonna get the antlers." The man was like, "No, I'm gonna get these here antlers."
Okay.
And my dude was like, "Well, how you gonna get the antlers and you don't have a hacksaw?" He was like, "I don't need no hacksaw. I got a pocket knife. I'm gonna take the whole head." And he pulled out a pocket knife this big, the pocket knife, the whole pocket knife, the blade and the handle, and just grab the deer by the antlers and just start cutting the head off, and take the head off and throw it in his truck. And my man was like, "Yeah, well, you can have those antlers."
So I'm glad that you didn't say what I thought you were gonna say, because I know someone in Colorado that literally sees a dead animal on the side of the road, takes it home, carves it, and puts it in the freezer, and then brings it to work cooked and say, "Would you like to try some?"
That's hilarious.
And you know what he said to me? "You want some veal?" I said, "Ooh, that sounds expensive." I said, "What is this?" It's tough. I ended up later on asking someone else. They said, "You ate that deer? You don't know he chop up roadkill?"
Yeah, no.
White people crazy.
I don't know anybody like that, but it did help me understand that these people been dressing out animals since they was like 4 or 5 years old. They used to cutting them open and and
He works at Harrison School District 2.
as a cook.
No, not as a cook. That would be hilarious. He is the mechanic. He used to work on my cars, ladies and gentlemen.
And bring you food.
Wow.
Yeah. All right. So got children, married?
Divorced.
Okay, divorced, and relationship.
Am I in one?
Yeah.
Right now, I'm courting.
Okay. That working with the with the career, the
So
the
who
road
I'm
and the
courting,
show and the fame.
So who I'm courting right now is, she's not worried about my comedy at all.
Okay.
She's in comedy and she's way bigger than who I am.
Word.
Yeah.
All right. You ain't telling no.
I'll tell it. What you want? You want an exclusive? Y'all want an exclusive?
I'm saying yeah, exclusive.
Okay.
Who is it? Monique.
I wish. Well, no, I ain't gonna say I wish, because I like my
No,
my
I'm
lady.
messing with you. Yeah.
If you listening, I wish I was on. So I got banned from IG Live, so I wouldn't be able to go on here. So we on Facebook.
Okay. All right.
IG Live will be
What up,
popping.
Facebook?
Look, IG Live will be popping right now. I'm letting y'all know. Coco Brown,
What?
Farrah. I call her Farrah.
You dating Coco?
I didn't say I'm dating.
Oh,
I said I'm
courting.
courting. See how quick he tried to. You see,
You right.
see how I
Hey,
switched
we
it up,
look.
Coco? I saved it. Not doing this. We're not doing this. I'm trying to court Miss Coco. Yes,
Okay.
sir.
All right. That's what's up. Well,
Yeah, I get to see her this Saturday. We're a Mother's Day show in St. Cloud. I'm gonna bring her favorite flowers.
Nice. Well, look, we gonna talk some more right after this, man. We about to go to break. Stay tuned, man. We right here with Dubs General. As you can tell, he got the jokes, he got the jokes in the smokes. We gonna talk
Jazz at Miss Connie's House is brought to you by Ray Williams Funeral Home, providing the highest quality, professional, and caring service for your family. Call Jeffrey Rhodes at 813-253-3419. That's 813-253-3419. Or visit him at 301 North Howard Avenue, Tampa 4. Ray Williams Funeral Home for the finest care and quality service. This brutal weather that we experience every year in Florida leaves hundreds of residents needing repairs to their property. If your home has been damaged or needs remodeling, leave it to the professionals. Call Reeves Building, Plumbing, and Roofing at 813-238-6197. That's 813-238-6197. Reeves Building, Plumbing, and Roofing have been serving the community for 43 years. Reeves Building, Plumbing, and Roofing is a proud sponsor of Jazz at Miss Connie's House.
Who doesn't love being number one? When your team is dominating the standings, or your favorite band rocks the charts at number one, it feels good, right? Kind of like how it feels when you have auto insurance with State Farm. Because making you feel like number one is an honor your local State Farm agent takes seriously. To get the good times and not so good, your State Farm agent's proud to be here to help life go right.
Call Herman White at 961-6661. That's 961-6661.
What's going on, world? Back again, right here in the In Touch News studio, In Touch News radio studio, man. I'm your host, Life Malcolm. I got my man Dubs General with me. If you've been missing us, Dubs been funny already. So we just been talking about different things. Go ahead.
I got it.
What else?
I want to let everybody know that I love women with C-sections.
All right.
I do.
Tell me about it.
It saves the inside.
Yeah.
The hips still separate, but the inside is still intact. On top of that, I like to sign my name on that line. Like I'm signing the check.
Yeah. You sign a lot of checks?
It's all about signing the checks. I'll be like, it's mine. Actually, I normally get a tattoo, my name tattooed on there. So the next dude, you got to get a line through it.
Yeah.
They read the name on top.
Yeah. I had a woman one time put my name right there too. She ain't had the C-section, but she put it right there.
Mine put it on the hip side.
She put it right there, and then she gonna cover it up with flowers. You know what I told her? I said, you can erase you can cover up the tattoos, but you can't erase the scars.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Do you hear that, Shaquan?
Yeah, you can cover up the tattoo. I'm still there. It's right up on LIFE is right up under them damn flowers. So yeah.
So we got. I'm a promoter too, man. I do shows.
Okay. Like comedy shows? Or?
Yeah, comedy shows.
Right.
I'm done with the music, man. I'm too old. Too old. I'll be trying to go to sleep. So we're gonna be in Atlanta coming up soon. Me and Shaquana and my homeboy Armani. We got a whole group of comedians that we all kind of work with, and network and help promote each other. I can't go live right now on my Instagram because I say things like, how I can't talk right now. Yeah. So she my friend. See, she helping me out. But basically, May 8th.
She Shaquana comedian?
Yes, she is. Oh, she's in the wheelchair too. She called her Hot Wheels.
That's real funny. You like
when she come on stage, we play "Everybody Get Your Roll." Oh, everybody get your roll.
It's funny too, and the only reason why I'm laughing because she's laughing, but like,
that's my friend though. I can do that. So May 8th, this Sunday, my second show at Side Sitters Comedy Club. The first show we did 80 people. Right now we're at 80 people, so we've already matched our amount.
Okay.
We're looking to sell that bad boy out. So if you guys are in the Tampa area, it is Del Mabry. Normally it's a white club, but we got black people in there today. So please, if you are a pale skin, a dark skin, pale skin, Indian, Chinese, blind, one leg, two legs, Shaquana in a wheelchair. If you have any of those things, please come out to the show. It's wheelchair accessible. We friendly. But May 8th and then May 7th, Shaquan, I told him I'm out here trying to court. Who am I trying to court? What's her name? Coco Brown. You hear me?
Yeah.
You thought it was a joke. So, hey, y'all, tag Coco right now. Tag Coco at Coco Brown. Tag her so she know it's real. You thought I was joking?
No.
I ain't joking around these parts.
I believe you.
I'm trying to court Miss Brown. She beautiful. Everybody tag her right now. Let her know that her man is out here talking about her on the radio. I mean, somebody that likes her a lot.
Yeah.
Okay, but
what about Coco Brown caught your eye?
She's a sweetheart.
Okay.
She's a sweetheart. Like I can see, like you can see. You ever seen the Into the Dragon? Not Into the Dragon. What's that? What's the
Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon?
Go Black. Come on, what's the black? Oh man, you got that glow, your body.
Talking about with Bruce Leroy.
Yes. Okay. So you know how certain people got that red aura, and somebody got that gold aura.
Yeah.
She got that gold aura.
I see.
I seen it.
Yeah.
And she deserves a man to treat her right.
Yeah. All right.
And I learned from my mistakes from my relationship, so I know how to treat a woman now.
Yeah. So I could tell you this right here, that I literally had a brief encounter with the biggest female woman comic in the industry.
Bigger than Coco?
Yeah, but I mean size-wise.
I like a big, thick woman. What you mean?
Big.
Who?
I can't tell.
Is it Miss Thea? I called it. Look at him. Look at him, Miss Thea. He ain't think I was young enough or old enough. He ain't think I knew. I like Miss. What's the other name? What's the other name? Miss Laura. Those are the two. You got Miss Laura.
Ain't nobody.
Okay, look, y'all didn't even know that. This boy know his stuff.
You know your biggins. Yeah. We had a opportunity to hang out in, I think it was Fort Myers or something like that. Man, we did a comedy. I did poetry, and she did comedy. And she was like, "You better be funny." I mean, I was like, "I ain't trying to be funny. It's poetry."
Doing poetry, yeah.
She was like, "Well, you better be good."
Well, y'all go, if y'all in the Florida area, on May 7th, Coco Brown is doing a Mother's Day show. Please come out and support. I know I'm going to be there with sunflowers.
Okay. She going to be where?
I'll put the flyer out.
Okay.
I just know because I'm going to be like, where you at? And she's going to be like, come here. I'm going to be like, okay.
Okay, all right.
But I'll send you the flyer.
I appreciate it. I'm going to, while we on May 7th, right quick, I'm going to say that I'm not going to be there.
Okay.
Because May 7th was my son's birthday. It is my son's birthday. Young Life, man. And, for those of you who don't know, Young Life, bandits murdered him on January 5th, 2015. And so every 5th of the month, we generally celebrate, Young Life. But in May, we celebrate on the 7th instead of the 5th. So, we're going to be turning up for his 26 and, hanging out like that. So I'm going to miss the Mother's Day joint, but I might catch the 8th though.
I have some fun for you.
I might catch the 8th. So who else on the show on the 8th?
David Lucas. He's bringing a feature. I'm hosting and I produce the show.
Okay, that's dope. How long you been producing shows?
A year. I did my first show at Side Splitters last year in October.
Okay. So how many shows have you done at Side Splitters?
This will be my second.
Oh, okay. All right. You take a little time in between.
Yeah, of course. You can't give them everything. What you mean?
Yeah. No, because I just did the Soul on Mike's joint. I'm trying to come back in like October, December.
How many tickets you sell?
Got about 250, something like that. Yeah.
Well, how about this? While we on the air, your next show, could I do some comedy?
Yeah, 100%.
You heard it right here first, ladies and gentlemen.
Locked in, because we need a little bit of comedy in the middle. We had my man LC.
Yeah.
I didn't. Yeah, I don't even know if I talked about all the. I know I talked about the sponsors, but yeah, we had. I think I did mention people. Miriam singing, Bertrand Boyd doing poems, Kevin Sandbloom, but we also had my man Tone from Grand. I did say Grand Rapids, but I missed my man LC. LC is a Tampa legend, and he came, but he from the Detroit, and he came through, man, and just and did 10 minutes.
You ever did any shows with handicapped people hosting? In a wheelchair?
Physically, no, not for mentally handicapped people.
And she a strong black woman,
Okay.
independent.
All right,
I'll link y'all up.
where you gonna roll in from?
Where you rolling in from? Georgia, right?
All right, okay, that's what's up.
And she funny. I
Hey, rolling up on that stage is going.
No, we don't put her on the stage. She sit at the bottom because it's a liability. We don't. I'm not doing that. What you mean? What you trying to get somebody killed? She done fell out the daggone car, drunk, just bloop 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 bloop, legs just everywhere. Just
Oh man, that remind me of like a friend, my cousin had a. So I had 2 cousins, twins.
That's all. You just only had 2. I had 2 cousins.
An unfortunate bunch, but they're twins, right? And one of them ride a bicycle, and the other one ride a scooter. Now the one with the bicycle,
ever?
No, the one with the bicycle ride the bicycle that don't have a handlebar on the left side.
So he has a scooter.
It's he got a bicycle with a handle here, and then it's with the pipe come up and it's a little hole there that he stick his thumb in there, and that's how he control the bicycle.
Okay.
That's him. Then his brother,
he couldn't get nothing else but his thumb.
His brother, that's how he do it. His brother, who was doing much better than him in life, had a scooter. He pulled up to the house with a woman on the back of the scooter who can't bend her knees. So her legs just straight out on the scooter, and when he want to get off the scooter, he gotta get off the scooter and spin her around.
You see how family treat other family? He in here talking about his cousins.
It's
like
the
this.
Truth.
It is supposed to be the truth, but you got the family reunion. I want all of y'all to jump him, okay?
He got to spin her.
Get that woman on the scooter.
The lady with the
roll her over on top of him.
Yeah, she can't.
The dude with the handlebar, pull off the other hand and hit him over the head with it, and then skate off. Just
Yeah. So I have a, I know.
Have you ever been to Japan?
No.
I have been to Japan. I used to live there.
That's what's up.
Okinawa, Japan. I used to think I was Mr. Miyagi's son.
Yeah. Okay.
I love bonsai trees and water and Japanese.
You didn't stand out, did you?
Japanese people are racist. So yes.
Okay. They could tell that you weren't Japanese.
They said they called me monkey.
That was an affectionate term.
No, but I ended up marrying somebody that was Asian.
Wow.
I don't know how that happened. It's called trauma. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't think people understand how serious trauma really is. There's things that happen in everyone's life that they don't realize what happened and why it happened.
Yeah.
But you have to just, dig deep and you'll figure it out.
Yeah. When you gonna figure that out? Because I would like to know how that happened. Next show. By the show.
Fine.
By the show. Tell that story. I want to see it. I want to know how that happened.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I just like the way they look. My children are half Asian. They're half.
Both of them?
Yeah.
Okay.
They're about the same mama.
Well,
you sound like how the white people. White people don't ask people how many. No, don't ask black people. Black people too. You the first black person ever to say something like that. Okay, I want you to let you know that's racist.
Yeah,
That's racist.
That's racist.
Listen, I was at work. White dude came to me. I knew he was racist because he had like a long ponytail and it was like a what are those things called? A mullet. It was a mullet tail. So it was a ponytail and a mullet. He said, "Hey, sir, nice to meet you. My name is blah blah blah." I was like, "Nice to meet you. My name is blah blah blah." He was like, "You got kids?" I said, "Yes, I got kids." He said, "How many?" I said, 4.
Yeah.
He said, "All by the same mother?"
Yeah.
Racist.
No. That's what you got to ask them, Dave.
Never. Why would you assume that it would not be from all
Because we don't have a lot of abortions.
That's a callback, ladies and gentlemen. He said he not funny. He know how to do callbacks. He lying.
Hey, look, I heard the music. It's so we got to go.
That was perfect.
Squad, I appreciate you helping us out, being a part of the show. I'm looking forward to seeing your work. And Dub Jim, thank you so much, brother. for coming in and kicking it with me, man, on the Life Malcolm Show. We got to do it again. And, check him out on the 7th with giving flowers to Monique.
Coco.
And
Don't say Monique is Coco.
Coco. And check him out on the 8th to Side Splitters. This your boy Life Malcolm. We'll see you next time around. To be continued. Have a good day, son.